Hi, Capricorn-Aquarius Cusp Collective. Welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your general energy cosmic tarot reading. I hope that this live finds you in the highest vibration possible. As always, I thank you guys so much for all the love you show here on my channel. I thank you for your patience while I took a quick break here. But I'm excited to start with you guys as you are heading into your birthday season soon. So I probably, will I see you before your birthday season? I probably will. I'll probably see you for your love reading before your birthday season. So I'll wish you all a happy birthday then. But happy birthday to any Capricorns out there who are celebrating today and or this week or this month. Okay, I hope you guys have a wonderful time. And I hope that 2022 is treating you well thus far. Okay. Make sure you guys are always checking out the description box below if you're new here to my channel, just so that you know my intention around each series that I offer here on YouTube. Definitely check out the About page. You can find my website there. It's also linked in the description box if you're ever interested in a personal reading, okay? But we're going to get into your Cosmic Tarot spread again. We're going to stick with the full Black Moon Astrology deck, okay? And then we will still be using our Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, okay, to clarify. But before we get into these messages, Capricorn Aquarius, we are going to offer up some gratitude into our space. So whether that be through a prayer, a meditation, an affirmation, setting intentions, maybe even a little bit of breath work or a moment of silence or stillness, or a combination of any of those methods, do what feels right for you now. I'm going to do the same, and then we'll get into these messages, okay? Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, my ascended ancestors, the ascended masters, and all holy angels, thank you so much for being here with me and with the Capricorn Aquarius Cusp Collective of Energy here on YouTube for their general cosmic tarot spread and reading. I thank you so much, Divine, for clearing my energy and allowing me to channel the most important messages that the Capricorn Aquarius Cusp Collective of Energy needs to hear in the now moment regarding whatever cosmic energy is supporting them. Whether this be planets, transits, aspects in their natal chart, zodiac signs, elemental energy. We ask that the most important energies and messages come forward for Capricorn Aquarius. And we thank you so much for that clear guidance, for your love, your grace, your mercy, your protection, your peace, and your presence with us in this moment. We love you, and so it is. All right. Last three shuffles. I know I shuffle a lot, but we got to make sure we mix the energy up here, okay, before we get into your cosmic spread. Thank you to everybody who did vote on my community tab. You can still vote over there. I'm going to leave that up for a minute, okay, about your favorite form of aromatherapy. Okay, thank you for casting your votes if you have. Let's get into this. Cosmic energy here for Capricorn Aquarius, Divine. Yeah, there we go. Fire element right off the bat. Okay, you have the vibration of 37 breaking down into a 10, which is in essence a 1. Okay, but fire energy here. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and or just that energy of desire. Okay. Venus is retrograding in the moment, right? So there might be some desires for passion, for intimacy, for numerous things, right? You fill in the blank, okay? Tell me more. What other cosmic energy is here for Capricorn Aquarius? Thank you so much, Divine. Okay. Oh, look at that. Wow. Then you have Scorpio. Okay. Affirmation here, I transform. Okay, vibration of 20 breaking down again to a 2, so you have a 1 and a 2. Okay, so some of you could have some Scorpio in your chart, or you might just be really tethered or connecting, or there might be a lot of activity in the 8th house here for you according to your natal chart. If you're new to your natal chart, there are free links in my description box. They're not affiliate links, they're just websites that have helped me that I want to share with you all, so you can find out both calculations for your natal chart, okay? whether you're into Vedic astrology or tropical or Western calculations of your natal chart or astrology, okay? But Scorpio energy here, we have a fire element. Tell me more, Divine. What else is here for Capricorn Aquarius? Okay, two more. You also have love. Yeah, so there's that desire energy. Maybe some of you are desiring love here. And then you have air element, okay? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it's the energy of communicating. So some of you, okay, Capricorn, Aquarius. Let me get these ordered here. For my number people, before we even dive in, because I'm getting so much right now. Before we even dive in, my number people, you have Venus here in love, vibration of 4. You have a vibration of 20 here with Scorpio energy breaking down into a 2. You then have the vibration of 37 with the fire element breaking down to a 10, further breaking down into a 1. And then you have 39 here with the air energy of communication, 39 breaking down into 12, which is further into a 3. So you really have 1, 2, 3, and 4 as your root energy here. I think that is like a very, very important angel number. Some of you might want to look into that. Oh, I did not put that numerology link. I got to write that down, okay? But soon I'll have a numerology link in my description box so you guys can just go straight there and figure out these root energies and what they mean for you, okay? But it feels like, okay, Capricorn Aquarius, it feels like there's a part of your heart here that has gone through some form of transformation, whether this is your own doing, your own initiation in your heart space, or there's energy tied to you and tethered to you here when it comes to maybe the vibration of love. Doesn't have to be romantic, could be platonic, but it could be romantic if that's what feels right for you. But it feels like there is this love vibration that is transforming you in some way, shape, or form here, Capricorn Aquarius, that's allowing you to communicate your desires a little bit more and or get in tune with what that desire actually is. Yeah? Because with the fire and the air, right? Air being communication, it's like either you're wanting to communicate your desires to somebody, maybe when it comes to love, or this could be energy coming towards you. Now, this is just a general spread. This isn't your love specific reading, but since love is present, there could be somebody who wants to communicate their desire for you, Capricorn Aquarius. Okay? Could be. But this could also, again, you maybe desire somebody, or and not even if it's tethered to a specific person. This could just be, like I said in the beginning, a real, genuine desire for love, right? I feel like part of this transformation here with this Scorpio energy, this endings and beginnings, this 8th house, right, has shown you where a phase in your life is ending, okay? And I do feel like this phase is very tethered to maybe not being so open to love, not really being interested in love, feeling maybe still kind of scorned, a little beaten up, a little battered by love, right? Still a little bit of a tender spot. But I feel like that phase and that season of your life here, Capricorn Aquarius, is coming to an end. And now it's like this free form expression, or I just see a lot of energy pouring out from your heart center, where it's like that fire energy of, okay, this is actually what I'm desiring, right? And not feeling, I don't want to say ashamed of what you want, but it's like not holding yourself back from that. Not ignoring that, not putting it on the back burner, not avoiding it. It's like now being very comfortable communicating here with that air element about what it is that you do desire, right? Now that you've gone through this transformation and just being very much so tethered to that energy of love. It's around you. Okay. Now, again, Venus is retrograding, so there could be something important here in this Venus retrograde season, where maybe there is that transformation process. Maybe that's exactly what you're going through now, or will be over the next few weeks. It's this transformation around how you feel, how you connect, how you identify the desire for love, and how you communicate that. Okay? Whether that be through body language, whether that be through how you speak to yourself or how you speak to others. It's like all of that communicating, right? Communication isn't just through words, right? It's energy at the end of the day. So it's something in your energy that's transforming here while Venus is retrograding, that's communicating out to the universe about what it is that you truly desire, that I do feel like was hidden, especially with the Scorpio energy. I don't feel like you were really being out front and open and clear and cut and dry about what it is that you desired here, or what the desires of your heart were. But that's all changing, okay? So that's beautiful energy. Let's look into this a little deeper. Thank you so much, Divine. Please tell me more about Venus, Scorpio, fire element, and air element here for Capricorn, Aquarius, cusp energies here on YouTube. Tell me more about Venus, Scorpio, fire element, and air element for Capricorn, Aquarius, Divine. Tell me more about Venus, Scorpio, fire element, and air element. All right. Okay, so this might be a bit of a longer read, just because we have 4 energies here. Tell me more about Venus. Yeah, 10 of Wands, yeah. Okay, so fire energy right off the bat here. It just feels like, this is what I was saying, it's doing everything but acknowledging the love around you. And I don't feel like, I mean, it could be intentional. Yeah, just not really wanting to touch on the subject. Again, like I said, there's that tender spot when it comes to love. And I feel like Capricorn, Aquarius, up to this point, up to this retrograde with Venus, you've maybe been very, very good at carrying everything else, focusing on everything else, pushing yourself in work, taking on more tasks to avoid it. There is this like avoidance energy that's kind of present. Okay, tell me more about Venus for Capricorn, Aquarius. Yeah, and then you have the Nymph of Wands, more fire. Okay. This feels like the divine is wanting you to acknowledge that, right? There's a habit here, Capricorn, Aquarius, that when the subject of love comes up, the thoughts of love come up, the opportunities to experience love come up, it's almost like this, no, I'm too busy. I have a lot on my plate. I don't have time for that right now. My hands are full. Can't, no, sorry, right? But then again, I think deep down, right? Deep down, below all of that energy here with the 10 of Wands, you have the Page of Wands. Curious about it. Actually would really like to indulge in some love frequency, experience a new love cycle, right? The Page does come after that 10 of Wands, okay? So it's like, I feel like this retrograde is going to allow you to drop some burdens here, allow you to kind of clear your space, clear your schedule, you know, let go of some things so that you have the room to actually bring in, manifest, attract the love that it is that you truly desire here, fire element. Tell me more about this Venus energy here for Capricorn, Aquarius. Okay, 4 of Pentacles, right, because you've been, again, holding back on it, putting a little bit more value in your material world, and not leaving any real room here, Capricorn, Aquarius, to experience anything else. Yeah. 4 of Pentacles. I'm hearing work-life balance, but essentially, okay, I don't know why. Wow, I don't know why I'm getting into your brain here, but it feels like part of your brain tells you when that subject of love comes up, or the energy of love, or the idea of love, or when those desires start coming up in you, Capricorn, Aquarius, that your brain tells you, well, if we open up ourselves to this love, what will I have to sacrifice? It's a part of that letting go, because as much as the 4 of Pentacles is, yes, you know, gaining a certain level of material abundance and stability, right? All 4 corners covered. Your hands are full here. It's not the end of the journey though, right? It's just the 4, right? You have the 5, you have the 6, you have the 7. Okay, so this is really saying that there is a level of risk that's involved when it comes to love, but I feel like that's more in your thought process. Your air element here. It's more in your thought process of, okay, well, what do I have to sacrifice? I don't know if I'm ready to let go. You know, I've worked so hard for all that I have. If I let love in, am I going to have to share what I have? Like it's kind of like that level of thinking. Four of Pentacles could also be a blocked heart chakra, and that's maybe why I was picking up that heart energy finally getting to express itself fully, right? Not being blocked off here with the Four of Pentacles. Tell me more about Venus for Capricorn Aquarius. And you have another Four of Cups. Okay. Yeah. Let's just say, even if you have options, right? Love cycles that you can embark on with other people or experience, it's like there's certain level of dissatisfaction. There's a certain level of, I don't know, right? Like I'm not necessarily happy with the cups that are in front of me. I'd rather focus on this, on the pentacle, right? Yeah, but this Four of Cups, this is not sharing your cup. There's offers in front of you, but it's not being open to sharing your personal cup. Okay? But again, I feel like this whole Venus retrograde is what's bringing all of this up, right? So that desire is fire, the 10 of Wands and the Page of Wands is underneath, right? Is deep within. But here's the surface, the Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, what's the overall message here from Venus to Capricorn Aquarius? Yeah, you got the Ace of Wands and you have the Lovers. So Venus is saying, get ready to receive, right? Get ready to have that new spark. Get ready for a new beginning. Get ready to birth a new cycle of love into your life here. Because there is a relationship, there is a connection, there is love, there is a lover here for you, okay, Capricorn Aquarius. But again, this is where you're at. And I think, again, this is where Venus is trying to get you to be open to this Ace of Wands. Because again, if you're at the 10, there's no more room for you to take on that extra wand, right? So when you realize that, okay, I'm carrying a little bit too much, right? I'm holding on to too many energies, blocking yourself just a little bit here. You allow yourself to enter into that page. Okay, Venus, what is it that you want me to learn? Here's that new learning cycle, Ace of Wands. So there are some lessons in love here that I do feel like will be prevalent, and they're giving me 6 months, okay? Over the next 6 months, love might be a very important avenue for you to learn, for you to grow, for you to expand. You see Jupiter in the background of this particular card, yeah? Okay? All right. Let's see what Scorpio has to say. Let me move this over just a little bit. Tell me more about this Scorpio energy for Capricorn Aquarius. Wow, that was quick. 5 of Wands. This is what I was saying. With that transformation, with having to work through some energies here, Capricorn Aquarius, it's definitely going to be a bit of a fight, bit of a tussle, if you say, right? And it's a challenge, right? This transformation is going to be a challenge for you. But again, I think what's important is to acknowledge the desire, okay? Acknowledge the desire. Because again, like we saw over here, that fire energy was within, but on the surface, you're in this Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, right? Holding and blocking, not trying to give, okay? Whoa! All right. I haven't used these cards in a minute. Did I lose one? Okay. Sheesh. All right. Let me focus. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about this 5 of Wands and Scorpio energy. Yeah, you got the 6 of Cups. You got the Ace of Swords and the Universe. Right. Okay. So it's going to be a bit of a battle, a bit of a challenge here, Capricorn Aquarius, to go through this transformation, to bring that cycle of being blocked off, closed off, and guarded against the vibration of love, against the idea of love, against love interest, against starting a new love cycle, because that's exactly what Venus is bringing you, Okay, so it's going to be a challenge here with the Five of Wands in order to find that peace internally. Six of Cups. Okay, to really reconcile here. Okay, what has happened in the past when it comes to love, when you were open with your heart, when you did share yourself, right? When you were open to receiving. There's something there that you really have to sort out. Okay, that's going to allow you, though, to, like I said, in this cycle, the universe of being resistant, pushing it away, right? And start a new cycle of awareness here, Ace of Swords. So what I absolutely love here is you have the Ace of Wands, fire element, right? And then you have the Ace of Swords, air element. I love, love, love when the cards and the oracles match up like that, okay? So what's the overall message or here from this Scorpio energy, from this transformation for Capricorn Aquarius? The Empress, right? So this is the next step, regardless of your gender, okay? Remember, we all go through each energy of the major arcana. We don't skip over just because of gender, right? We all have to learn the Empress energy. We all have to learn how to be the Emperor, the High Priestess, the Hierophant. We all have to learn it, okay? But what this Empress energy tells me, again, it's Venus again, okay? But it's also representing that heart space. Empress, very magnetic, very attractive, very open to receiving, okay? Which is why the Empress is given so much, because her heart is open. And I just say her because it's Empress. His heart, their heart, take it how it resonates, okay? The heart is open to receive. And that's exactly where Venus wants you to be. So during this retrograde phase here with Venus, that's what you're going to be transforming. That resistance, that Four of Pentacles, that Four of Cups. Okay, being dissatisfied with love, not feeling it, right? Just really not being very resistant to it. And that's okay. But I feel like there is something very beautiful here, especially with the Lovers and the Ace of Wands. There's something beautiful that wants to spark for you here, Capricorn Aquarius. You just have to be open to it. Okay? Right? So you're transforming into this Empress energy, having a higher level of awareness around whatever this cycle was that just ended, so that you can move forward in this new cycle and be open again and pick up on what you need to pick up on and be aware of what you need to be aware of and be in tune with yourself a little bit more, because honestly, yeah, you got the Eight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, right? So there is that shift of energy coming. Okay, and like I said, you've been in that Four, pushes you into the Five, where you have to kind of step out on faith a little bit. Yeah. And not be afraid of the journey ahead, because that's kind of what I get from the Four of Pentacles when that energy comes up. It's being very, very comfortable with where you are, but not comfortable as in, if more comes, okay, great, I'm open to receiving it, and if not, that's fine. No, it's comfortable in, I don't want any more. No, I'm good. It's resistant. So for this energy shift to pop up here, Eight of Wands, and shift you into this Five of Pentacles, where now it's like, okay, I'm ready to journey forward. I trust that the divine has more for me to experience, more for me to gain, more for me to learn. Okay, more tangibles, right? There's more expansive energy that I feel like is trying to come into your life here. All right, Capricorn Aquarius, if you let it. Okay, if you let it. Let's talk about this fire element. Let me put these down here. Tell me more about this fire element here for Capricorn Aquarius. Whoa, whoa. Ten of Swords. Right. So this is saying to me that you can no longer ignore the desires of your heart. So your heart chakra, if you haven't tapped into it, haven't done any work with it, I definitely suggest while Venus is retrograding to really dig deep into some heart chakra healing. You know, I have that chakra healing playlist on my channel. I think it's also linked in my description box below. You can check that out, curated. You can, as always, search on YouTube on your own and kind of connect with whatever heart chakra meditation music feels right for you, but really tapping into that over the next few weeks, okay? Because again, it's like the fire is too strong, the desire is too strong for you to keep operating in that level of consciousness of ignoring it, of it's not necessary, I don't need it, right? So that's, again, that Scorpio energy transforming you into that Ace of Swords, okay, coming out of that 10, so that you can evolve into this Empress energy, okay? But I feel like, again, it's a desire that's too strong to ignore here. Can't push it aside, can't ignore it any longer. Tell me more about this fire element here for Capricorn Aquarius. Ooh. Yeah, you got the Seven of Cups. And then you have the Hanged One, meditation. Just was talking about heart chakra meditations, right? Yeah. So what the Seven of Cups tells me is that there is this level of healing that has to happen in your heart space at this time, Capricorn Aquarius, especially while Venus is retrograding. Because once Venus stations direct, it's like Venus wants you to be in this new position to receive and be open. Okay, so if you don't take this time now to really work through what's blocking you in doing that, you're going to be out of alignment here once Venus is done retrograding, okay? So take that time to see it from a different point of view. Take that time to dig deep, okay? Take that time to sit still and just meditate. Like I said, there's short heart chakra meditations. You don't have to sit through the whole hours and hours, right? 20 minutes at best would be ideal, okay? To just listen to what your heart has to say. See if you can hear the voice. See if you can tune in a little deeper. Make friends with that desire, right? Understand it. It is a lot of work, right? Especially with the Scorpio energy here. It's definitely not for the weak. It's not for play either, right? It's serious work here, especially with this Seven of Cups. Because I do feel like, again, and I've been getting with the Seven of Cups particularly, that there is this common thread in your emotional experiences, okay? Like I said, there was a point here, Six of Cups, where you were open to love, where you were giving, you were receiving, right? You were deep into that exchange, maybe a multitude of times. So it's a need to kind of string those moments together and see what the common thread is. Was there anything out of those emotional experiences that you haven't pulled yet, that you haven't understood yet, that still holds you back today? Okay? And getting to the root of that and figuring that out. Okay, so meditation is going to be key for you here, Capricorn Aquarius. And to getting to the root of this desire so you can allow the fire to transform you. Okay? You can allow that fire to transform you. Tell me more about this fire element for Capricorn Aquarius. Right. Potential. Again, absolutely love it. That has become such a common thing here with my reads. When the universe card comes out, when the world comes out, the Fool is not far behind that new cycle. Like I said, the cycle of endings and beginnings, that 8th house energy. The end is a beginning for you, and here's a representation of that, right? The potential. The potential. Because I feel like here with the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, it's like you might not have had many love experiences here, Capricorn Aquarius. For those that I'm tapping into now, it might not have been many. But the ones that you've had were enough to really put you in this like guarded space. Okay? And like I said, stepping out, that shift of energy here with this 8 of Wands, shifting you into the 5 of Pentacles, where you're like, okay, I'm going to step out on faith. I'm going to leave my comfort zone when it comes to my material world. I'm going to aim for more. I'm going to allow the divine to expand me here. Okay? I'm going to put my worries aside and trust that the universe has my back, right? The universe is right here. Always with you, always guiding you. But this is what I'm saying. The universe shows up because there's potential. There's new beginnings. There's a new chapter here. And I think, again, for this to be on desire, it's truly what you want. I think the fear here when it comes to love, Capricorn Aquarius, or experiencing it, is not wanting to repeat the same cycles. 7 of Cups. Yeah, not wanting to accept a cup that you've already had before, right? Not wanting to do the same thing over and over again. But in order to avoid that, Capricorn Aquarius, you have to allow your mindset to change. Yeah, you have to allow this Ace of Swords to come in. Okay? But you also have to take the risk. Like I said, with the Five of Pentacles, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to embrace the Fool energy just a little bit, because you never truly know. And I feel like for some of you, that's what keeps you stuck here. It's like this energy of, well, I've been through enough to say that this isn't for me, right? Like I've been through enough to say I don't want to have that experience, right? And I feel like the idea of opening back up is, again, it's just a trigger here to say, oh, what if I go through the same thing again? Oh, no, there's a flag. Oh, don't like how they do this. Don't like, no, And it's just to give you a reason to shut back in, right? To close yourself off again. But again, I feel like this fire energy, this fire element, this desire is not going to go away, Capricorn Aquarius. Because the desire, your soul, your fire is saying, I'm ready for something new. I don't want to be in the Four of Pentacles anymore. I want to move to the Five of Pentacles. Yeah? I don't want to be stuck and ruminating and on this exhaustion wheel, right? With my thoughts here, right? I want clarity. I want peace of mind. I want to see it differently. So your soul wants to transform here. And again, where you're headed is that Empress energy. Your soul wants to be open. It's just you allowing that to happen. Okay? So just as one cycle, like I said, this phase of being resistant to love is coming to an end, here comes the new one. You gotta allow it though. Tell me what's the overall message here for this fire element for Capricorn Aquarius. Oh, right. Because like I said, your soul needs freedom. It wants the new beginning. It wants to move forward. It's ready for the next experience. But it feels like it's your mind that tells you, no, 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 no. Because remember when this happened. Remember when that happened. Remember when this. And that's that Ten of Swords. That kind of acts as a cage around you, Capricorn Aquarius. Okay. Yeah. The only way out of that Ten of Swords is to surrender to what this fire energy is. It's just a surrender. Okay. So the Chariot, freedom. Overall message from the desire, your desire energy, that fire energy, your soul and your spirit is trying to free you from this stuck Four of Pentacles, from this stuck Four of Cups. That's that Eight of Wands energy. The fire, the wands, shifting you and moving you forward. The Chariot, freeing you here. Okay, from whatever this is. But for a lot of you, again, and I can't say this enough, that meditation piece is going to be crucial. Sitting with your heart space. Taking the time every day to just listen in. What is that desire trying to tell me? Okay? Because that's how you're going to gain that new point of view. That's how you initiate this new beginning with this Fool energy. Okay? All right. Last energy here, and we will end your reading. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this thus far, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. Let's check in with this air element. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about this air element and communicating for Capricorn Aquarius. What's this communicate? Oh, wow. Like I said, listen into your heart space. What's trying to communicate with you? It's this broken heart, right? That's so, thank you, Divine. That's exactly listening into what your heart has to say. Because like I said, with the Seven of Cups, there's a thread or there's something common about these emotional experiences that you've had, Capricorn Aquarius, that your heart is trying to lead you to. Right? Three of Swords. That's what's blocking you right now. It's the betrayal on the mind. Like I said, the Ten of Swords. It's acting as a cage. Well, remember when this happened, and remember when they put this sword in my heart, and then remember when I went through that. It's like that's what's keeping you from really being open to what Venus herself is trying to bring in here twice. Okay? You have Venus in your cosmic oracle and Venus here with the Empress. That Three of Swords, although it be painful, absolutely. And that's valid. Whatever you went through to gain this Three of Swords energy is absolutely real and absolutely valid. But is it worth holding yourself back for? Right? Is it worth throwing love all the way out the window? No. And I feel like that's what Venus retrograde is trying to tell you, trying to speak to you about. This Three of Swords. Okay? So who's communicating with you? It's your heart space. Tell me more about this communication for Capricorn Aquarius. Yeah, Nine of Swords. The worries, the fears, the anxieties, the regrets. This is beating yourself up. I should have did this. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have what you. It's living in the shoulda, coulda, woulda land. Okay? Had you known what you know now, Capricorn Aquarius, right? And this is definitely a saying I'm sure you've heard, but had you known then what you know now, things would definitely be different. But you have to give that past version of yourself some slack here, some compassion, some appreciation. Okay? So you're wondering why, for some of you, there might be some sleepless nights. You're wondering why you're up late or can't get certain things off your mind. It's because it's that fire. It's your soul. It's your spirit trying to get you to face this Three of Swords. As opposed to ignore it and avoid it and pour yourself into work and push it off to the side and put it on the back burner and say, oh, I don't have to think about that now. I'm just going to go think about this money. I'm going to go think about my career. I'm going to go do everything else but face this. That 10 of Wands energy, like I said, no, don't have time, don't have space, don't have room. I'm going to spread myself as thin as possible to avoid this Three of Swords. Venus is saying enough is enough. Enough is enough. And like I said, this desire is not going to go away. Your heart is not going to stop speaking to you until you face this Three of Swords. Okay? Tell me more about this communication here for Capricorn Aquarius. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about this communication for Capricorn Aquarius. Temperance, right? So it's really telling me that you're in the perfect position now here, Capricorn Aquarius, to really ignite change, to shift temperance. Okay? So know that your heart isn't bringing up all of these past hurts for the purpose of just torturing you. Because for some of you, that's what it could feel like. Torture. Like, why won't this Three of Swords just leave me alone? Okay, yes, I get it. The Three of Swords are there. What do you want me to do about it, right? It's like, it's not leaving me alone. It's constant. But that's because your spirit is always working with the divine to catapult you into the next level, to move you forward. And in order to get that movement forward going, in order to hop on that chariot towards your freedom, okay, there has to be this shift. Now with temperance, it is this element of patience, right? Being patient with yourself. And this is what I was saying. Offer yourself, that old version of you that was experiencing these Three Swords, however many versions of you it was, offer them compassion. Okay? It's almost like there's this impatience that you have with yourself here, Capricorn Aquarius. Right? Definitely an energy of wanting perfection to a certain degree, right? But it's like, that's all I'm really getting here with temperance, is there's a need to really offer yourself compassion. And that's how you ignite that change, that shift, right? The back and forth that temperance does. This is also telling me that your angels are with you here. And again, this isn't the universe working against you. Thank you, Divine. Capricorn Aquarius, this is not the universe working against you. This is the universe working with you. That's why we appreciate retrogrades here on our channel, right? Because it gives you that time to review, to reinvent, to rethink, to reimagine, to refocus. to shift ultimately, so that once that planet goes direct, you're in a new frequency, you're in a new awareness, you're in a new understanding. You've connected deeper with yourself. You found the answers that maybe weren't available to you at one point, right? You're connecting more dots so that this chariot can arrive for you and take you towards your new beginning. Yeah? Okay, tell me more about this communication though for Capricorn-Aquarius. Divine, thank you so much. Scorpio, again, death. Okay. So this for some of you has to do with your ego. Okay. For some of you, this has to do with your ego. And I say that because in this particular death card, there is no face. There is no face. So the brave face or the tough face or the facade, like we said earlier here when Venus, that you put on with the Four of Pentacles, with the Ten of Wands, with the Four of Cups. Don't need nobody, don't need love. Nope, no one's worthy. Nope, 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 nope. Focus on other things. Nope, right? Out of a place of pain, truly, honestly. And that's okay. So your ego served you well in that moment, right? It got you to be stable. It got you to focus on other things. It got you to re-up in other parts of your life. But now that ego, that part of that ego or whatever energy you fed into that ego is now hindering you, Capricorn Aquarius. It's now blocking you from a new beginning. It's now keeping you from being open to what it is that Venus wants to give you, to what it is that your heart really desires, what your spirit truly wants to experience. So for some of you, there is this ego. Ego is a form of protection, right? So I think this ego was built to protect you from the pain that you actually experience, right? Okay, we don't want to go through that again. I don't want to experience that. So let me build this ego that'll keep me from having to start those new beginnings, to having to engage with that energy again. But when the death card comes out, it means it's a time to put that face and that energy to rest. Yeah. You no longer have to carry that ego anymore in this new cycle, in this new season. Okay? So facing that Three of Swords, working through that energy is what ushers in this change here with Temperance, right? And ultimately the transformation that Scorpio again is trying to bring you into over here. This death. So a death to that ego that you created to protect yourself. Okay? What's the overall message here from this air element energy? Overall message here for Capricorn Aquarius for the air. Right. Four of Wands. Balance, foundation, union in spirit. Okay. And that's what I'm saying with the wands. It's this desire that you've been disconnected from, that's wanting to form a union with you, that wants to come into agreement with you. So it's no longer avoiding that, no longer pushing those desires to the back burner, and it's saying, okay, desires, you're front and center, right? So this death process, this transformation is only bringing you into a deeper alignment with your own soul, with your own spirit, with the universe, right? Which came out here for Scorpio. Bringing you into a deeper alignment with the universe so that you can start this new cycle. And leave that baggage of this Three of Swords in the old. Okay? All right, Capricorn Aquarius. This was a long one, but I hope it served you well. Definitely, as always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you to everybody who tuned in live here. I appreciate your time. And I hope that this served you in the highest way and form possible. Okay, again, you can check out the description box for that chakra healing playlist that I've curated. You can also do your own look on YouTube. There's millions and millions and millions of videos out there that might help you, okay? But definitely do that work here, because it just feels like, again, no pun intended, but you are on the cusp of something, of a whole new, brand new beginning, where fire and your spirit and your soul is leading you, as opposed to the mind and fear and worry. So love is here. Love has not forgotten you, Capricorn Aquarius. You are made of love. And I think that's the union that the divine is trying to get you to step into. That love has never been separate from you. It has always been you. Okay, you just were ignoring it for a little while and avoiding it, but that's okay. We all go through this cycle, like I said earlier. Okay, so show yourself compassion, show your previous selves compassion. Okay, so that you can walk into this new version of you. This is beautiful. All right, Capricorn Aquarius, I will see you all next week for your love energy reading. Namaste.